Hey guys, welcome to Discover Powersports. Pretty exciting little addition to the X3 going on here today. We've got a couple different things we're doing. But before we get started, please subscribe while you're here and looking at the page. Just hit subscribe down there, it helps us and you'll get to see all the cool stuff we do. But let me show you what we're doing today. Whoops. You're gonna see the edge of the mic over here. I haven't really gotten a good way to fix it yet. Got a switch that I've needed to change for a while. Got a dome light, wiring harness we're gonna put in, but here's the most important thing: a new mid pipe. So this is also known as a cat delete, and we're going to put it on my X3. But so I've been curious about these for a while because most people probably know the stock X3s, just idling will glow the turbos. They glow red hot, and especially after running them hard, the cats will glow as well. So I'm curious as to whether this will help send some heat out the tailpipe rather than keeping it in the cat and the turbocharger. So I've got my X3 here, has not ran today at all. So it is cold. Like there's the cat. I've got my hand on it. So basically it replaces the pipe from the turbocharger up there. I've already put some penetrating fluid on the V-band clamp so that it can be soaking in, and then we're going to do a little heat cycle on it because I'm curious as to what's going to happen. So I am going to replace all this. I'm going to put the heat shield back on the new mid pipe and then just replace it to here. We will probably fire it up with no muffler on because I think that'll be fun anyway to do. Just to hear what it sounds like, and I want to hear what it sounds like with no cat. Supposedly it's a little louder, a little more turbo noise. I've got the good mic out today so we can hear that. But so to scientifically kind of test how this is gonna work or what all it'll do, what I'm gonna do is I am going to start it up and let it idle for 5 minutes. Like from cold, it's gonna idle for 5 minutes, and I'm gonna check like the temperature, like right here at the springs with the laser thermometer, kind of right here, probably in front of this bracket, and then probably like right at the V-band clamp, and see what the temps are just idling. And then I'm gonna go run it hard and then take the same temps again for y'all to see, and then let it cool, change the pipe out, and do the exact same thing to see what kind of heat it's holding in the pipes, or at least in the cat. I mean, I'm sure it's holding a lot of heat in there. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get set up and get this thing ready to idle, or set up the cameras and all that so it can idle. All right, so see, I got the GoPro set up with a good mic. We're just gonna do a cold start. All right, so we're counting down the coolant temp since it's at 135. So it really hasn't gotten much heat in it, but check right here in front of this bracket. 515, kind of depending on where you put it. Wow. Kind of depends on where you put it. I don't know if you can see the laser on that. Dang, it's not even run yet. Okay. So then I'm going to go right up here. 200 and whatever. So right on the edge there is low. Right up here is higher. So 300 degrees. Back here, I mean, we're still up in the, dang, 600 degrees idling. We haven't even gone anywhere yet. See, it's kind of burning off the, penetrating fluid. Let's get a temp right there. Wow. 700 degrees just idling. Right there outside the turbo. So, it's kind of up and down. There's a lot of vibration. This thing's from China. Who knows what it really says. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. Might have to dub over, but I don't know what this stuff. That stuff's cool. But that's right out the mouth of the turbo. 700 degrees. And all it's done is idle. All it's done is idle since I started. Haven't even moved it. So I'm gonna go drive it around, put a few miles on it real quick. Maybe not a few miles. I'll probably just do a couple good pulls. Get it all the way up to operating temp, do a couple good pulls. And then right after the pulls, like, I'll just stop real quick, hit it with this, and kind of see what the temps are. All right, so little man and me, we're gonna take it out, get it warmed up. It's still only 172 degrees on the, we'll get it up to temp before we start really ripping on it, get the belt warmed up and everything. And then I'll probably do like 3 pulls up and down the power lines, 3 or 4, just to let it, you know, get some heat. I'll pull over, check the temp, I got it with me, and see what happens. It's still saying 189 degrees, but the belt, I'm sure, is warmed up by now. It's 45 degrees out here. So usually these things don't heat up to the 200 until you still really start getting onto them when it's this cold out. So just spun like crazy, so I'm gonna do 4-wheel. That way we at least get some, we can actually load the engine up. At 2-wheel drive, it just blows the tires off. So I'm gonna count that as 1 still. So here's run number 2. Is that fun? That's fun, huh? Alright, run number 3. You can see where I just blew the tires off the ground. Run number 3. Alright, so I'm stopping. Woo! Back to 2-wheel, stop real quick. The intercooler fan's ripping. I'm gonna get my harness off. Put her in park here. Alright, let's go check our temps. See what we're at. So, this thing booted up. So, depending on where you aim it, 850, 700, something. Kind of depends on where you aim it, but it's pretty freaking hot. Same back there, right at the exits of the mid-pipe. Now, big dog. Wow, right at the mouth of the turbo, 900 and, oh. I mean, it's over 900, pushing. Can't hold it steady, so it's hard to. Right there on the mouth of the turbo, 950. Just kind of bouncing around. So now I'm gonna run it over. We'll throw it on the trailer and start letting it cool down. I'll hit the V-band clamp on the turbo with another bit of penetrant. So that'll be easier to take off, and then we'll show you the process in which you use to take that off. It's really not that hard. Even somebody that didn't have a whole lot of experience should be able to do it fairly easy. So there's the rig. I mean, this is gonna be the first performance modification I made, so we'll see what it brings. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, share it with others. I want to hit the V-band clamp again with some of this penetrating. Oh, oh, get her. That's probably a good thing, getting her all soaked up. Oh yeah, that was pretty easy.
Yeah, you got the right tool.
Yeah. So far, just pop those springs off. Got the V-band undone. Haven't got it completely off yet. They can be a pain, but if you can see, I just stuck a screwdriver right here and here, and pretty much just pry it off. Like, maybe the top is still sticking a little bit, it feels like, but if you get that much, you'll be able to get the rest. So still need to unplug the O2, which is now done. We need this. This actually goes around this bracket right here, so you have to take this completely off. This one you don't have to, but we are gonna have to take it off to put the heat shield on the new one, and then slide it out. All right, sit rep. You can see the innards of the turbo. Now we just have to maneuver this guy out. The band clamp wasn't too bad. We're just gonna move the muffler back so that we can move this back just enough that we can get it turned. You can see where it kind of sits in this bracket here as well. Once we get it turned, we can slide it out.
Freaking rookie over here. What are y'all thinking? Bed stack? Yeah, just go right out of the... Just turn it up. Go wide open pipe, and we'll put a freaking 90 on there, or 45. Kind of like a little stack. Diesel life. Look at this rookie. Don't lose your gasket. It happens to the best of us. All right, gasket is found. It's on here. Very thin little guy.
The question is, how do you get it off?
You gotta pop it out of there with a
razor
special tool. I don't even think we need a razor blade to get it, dude. Just freaking come over here and just freaking. Yeah. No, dang, it's down in there. That's what I'm saying. Right, here it is, guys. You can see it looks like it got stuck on the mid pipe here, so get a razor blade in there, box knife, and just be gentle going around it because it is super freaking thin. But that's usually where this guy is. And if you're not confident, just order the dang thing. It's an OEM part. A lot of these aftermarket exhaust places sell it.
Here's the gasket for the back.
Yeah,
got a little dinged up.
It's your donut gasket, yeah. Look at that sucker. As thin, if not thinner than a razor blade.
Not as fragile as I thought, though, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like paper or anything,
Yeah.
but yeah, I could see how you could jack it up,
And
or how it could turn invisible. So now we're good to go. We slap it back on here on the new mid pipe. A little too big. This way, just that's right, rookie. Which way you want to go? This way?
yeah.
So there's a new pipe. This is the house blend, eBay house blend.
Yeah.
But good quality. Yeah.
Yeah, like the welds.
You know, yeah, like at least a 7-year-old Chinese sweatshop worker did that weld. So it'll hold together. So compared to our old pipe, these two up to no good. Hey, that's my screwdriver. you had to put a freaking locker on. Come over here. Come work on the trailer. There you go.
Okay. Got that. Put that one on.
Pull the heat shields off, get the O2 loose, and then loosen these guys up, and you can slide it back and turn it and slide it down and out. So, yeah. Honestly, not that bad.
Yeah, not a bad job at all.
Yeah. I think that V-band just depends on your mileage and your unit if it's gonna act up at all. But I think anyone who's messed with a turbo or putting like a downpipe on a vehicle, pretty common for a V-band to be a pain on a turbo. Being heat soaked and in the elements, so pretty clean pipe. All right, initial fire up. We're gonna have Miss Discover Powersports 2023 start it for the first time. Look, she's already smiling. Like, we need to get reaction footage. Couple whoop owls.
Easy, dude. Mess up the old donut. All right, so here we are. Pipe is in, down, or the V-band's tightened, springs are on. We had to, I forgot, we had to loosen up the V-band to be able to adjust the pipe so that it met up with the muffler again, because we ended up just taking the muffler completely off. So Steven's putting the shield on, and then we're gonna tighten the muffler down, and we will be done with this section of the install. O2's on. Of course, you saw we started it up. All is good. Wasn't that bad, huh, bud? What? What you doing under there? Hey. Hey. Look, touch it to this. Touch it right here. Look. Touch it to that.
All done?
Say all done.
All done?
All done. Yep. Yeah, dude. Let this sucker rip.
I can't even tell. No. Yeah, you can hear a little bit more.
Yeah. It's like deeper.
Alright, give it some cold revs. Turn signal's on. It works. Your left indicator, great. Oh yeah, some turn key. Spicy tune all of a sudden.
Anybody's ever wondered how these bump seats mount? This is how, like, they are sturdy. They're very well mounted in at least the X3. So pretty thick plate comes down and then goes across the back, mounts for the seat. Other than that, I mean, like, this side is completely unbolted and it is still in there super good. So very you know, definitely very safe. Sucker's not gonna come out of there or anything.
Another eBay mod. Freaking sweet dome light. We're gonna wire it direct and use the push button on here, but it comes with the optional switch, of course, and a harness. You know what you're doing in there? hooking up some freaking wires here to the old accessory bar. That's really easy to get to. Thank you, Can-Am. All right, here it is all done up. Got the old spare belt up here. Just velcroed it to the top of the cage. So kick the power on, then boop. Plenty of light. Steven got one just like it, and it is awesome.
All right, so we're gonna do the same thing as before. I'm gonna start it up. It's cold. I mean, it's been shut off for several hours now. We'll let it idle for 5 minutes. I know you can't see me because the sun's behind me, but and then we'll check the temperature of those 3 spots on the pipe. Then we'll go out, get it up to temp, run it, and do the same thing. So here we go. 5-minute countdown.
It's sick. Freaking sweet. Look at it. Ignore this thing.
All right, 5 minutes is up. So here's the middle one. That's where the cat would have been. I mean, no. It's like 500 degrees cooler. Right, just right there. And then kind of up here where this meets, and the 350s, which I want to say that's about 150 degrees cooler. And then right here on the outlet of the turbo, that's still almost 600, 550, somewhere in there, depending on where you're pointing it, but that's to be expected, really. So about 600. Pretty sure that was closer to 700 before. So
yeah, I guess it's not capturing all that heat. It's soaking it into that close to the turbo, and
right. Huh.
Sump and everything's right there. So it's getting through the cat area,
right?
Obviously. Well, there's a little turbo. Sounds good. Got the camera car ready. Follow him while he does some rips with that exhaust, that mid pipe swapped out. So, I think sounds good. And that's just comparison wise. It's interesting because, you know, everyone buys those. I think it has to be a $500 pipe, but this is a pretty affordable one from an eBay store. So a lot of chatting's been going on in some of the X3 groups that we follow. Amongst it, the shocker style pipe. You know, RPM has one, Evo has one, a few other folks have one. So I'm going to venture into that territory a little bit more here, so it's pretty interesting.
All right, 0 to 60, number 1. Number 2. Zero to 60, number 3.
0
remember what that was. About the same. About right here. Wow, that's still insanely colder. You know, about there. And so yeah.
So what do you think? Feel those ponies?
I don't know. Feels about the same, but it definitely reduces heat, like 100%. So the back place I checked was a couple hundred degrees cooler. Of course, the middle of the pipe was like 500 degrees cooler, and then checked right at the outlet of the turbo, like where the turbo and the, like, not on the V band, but like right above the V band. And with the cat, that was like 950 to 1,000 degrees after doing this, and it was like 750. So that's a pretty big difference. Especially if you're running hard in the dunes crap, that's going to make your oil cooler. That's going to help everything, I would think. Good mod, I think. Can't really tell a difference inside. There's a little bit more noise, I guess. Not a whole lot, though.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah, you can't. You got to rip on it. Otherwise, it sounds fairly normal.
Yeah.
Just a little throatier, I think. Deeper.
Yeah.
You notice any RPM changes?
Not really.
I guess you when you get to really let her eat.
Yeah.
You know, kind of can pay attention to that. But
I mean, it was still ripping like 81, 8200 wide open, so.
yeah.
It maybe seemed like it maybe got there a little quicker because it was like blowing all four tires off really easily.
Yeah, we got pelted on that one.
Anyway, good little mod, I think.
Yeah, all in all, I was saying, you know, hey, just everyone's caught up in brand name, but just another testament to this pipe. Obviously, initial break in here, we're gonna have to see what it does down the road, but especially when we get it back out in the dunes. And
Yeah, and put some heat through it, like
heat
real
cycle.
heat through it.
yeah, put it through its paces and different elements. So
It's already changing colors,
baking in, it's baking in.
but I mean, for half the price, it's hard to beat, really.
Oh yeah,
We'll
yeah, it's pretty cheap
yeah.
compared to the other ones out there. I mean, almost half the price for some of them. So
Yeah, so what I did is I favorited it on eBay, not, you know, thinking I'll just come back to it, and then a couple days later I got an offer from the seller, Worldwide Performance, for 5% off, which is about $10. So it ended up being like after tax $215. So it's hard to beat that.
yeah,
The only other one I've seen cheaper, I guess, is that silver.
yes,
Silver.
Sliber or Slilber,
Whatever,
I don't even know the
turbo.
name. Turbos,
Yeah,
jet ski joint, but shout out to them. So
yeah.
theirs is $185 plus tax, or plus shipping, no tax.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
That's probably about the same.
no taxes.
So when Steven's X3 gets back out of the shop, we'll put these up against each other because that's really probably the only way we're going to know if there is any performance gain. Because Steven's barely edged this one out, so maybe it's going to be even. I don't know. It's hard to tell the difference.
We'll see, pal.
So anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share. If you want one of these, I'll have the link down below. So you can click on it and find it on eBay. It's a little tricky to find. But anyway, stay on the next one.
Yeah. Just give a shout out. Everybody out there, appreciate the views, the follows, subscribes, everything like that. Check us out, discoverpowersports.com, discoveroffroad.com. Again, we even sell things, you know, that we don't have. We'll talk about them if we don't sell them, and give a shout out to those who make them, because we're all in this industry together. So pretty cool pipe. Check it out. Appreciate y'all. See you down the road.
All right, guys. Bryce here with Discover Powersports. I'm up here at Lipscomb Powersports. We're dropping off Steven's X3. We're going to do some adjustments and little piddly things to it. But anyway, I was just kind of show everybody the inventory they've got. They've got a ton of stuff. So Smart Shocks 2-seat, Smart Shocks 4-seat, of course Turbo RR, Defender X3, 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 X3. bunch of turbos, and then a mixture, a bunch of turbo RRs. They've also got a bunch of Commanders, Defenders, everything. What color?
Blue.
Blue, yeah, that's the good one, huh? That's what we're gonna get next, huh? Anyway, I'll just kind of walk you around here, and you guys can see these guys have been awesome. I know they've worked well with Steven. I haven't had any dealings with them as far as I haven't bought anything here or had any work done, but I know Steven's loved them. Tons of Commanders, Maverick Sports.
Truck.
So, what do you think, dude? Hey, what color is that? What color is that?
Green.
Green, good job. What color is that?
Blue.
Blue, good job.
Blue.
Hey, you're doing good. Come on. Let's go. Let's go see what else they got. Let's see, this must be a 22. It's an 850.
Red.
Yeah, what color is that?
Green.
No, that's not green. That's red. It is close to orange, I'll give you that. So this one must be a... This one's a 22 as well. It's older. But they've got the nice gauges, the front diff lock, that's freaking sweet. Different modes. All that stuff. Here's the front of the 23s. Very nice. Same thing, it's got the diff. The auto control diff lock, which is, man, that diff lock is sweet. They've needed that for a long time. Anyway, they've got a good selection. Maybe they make some deals on these 22 XMRs. Who knows? Yeah, you want to get in there?
No.
Anyway, Defender Max XMR. I actually love this color. This color is super slick. The wheels, everything.
Dirty.
Their wheels are
Dirty.
kind of jacked up.
Dirty.
But that color is awesome. It's kind of a gold bronze. Very nice. Oh look, he's scrubbing the wheels now. Oh yeah, Defender 6x6s. They've got 2 of them. I don't know if they're XTs. I don't think they are. I think they're just DPS. Pretty basic, just DPS models. Yeah, HD10. So, pretty nice. They've got some nice stuff. Check them out.